Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai being the true name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. And shalom to you brothers out there laboring in this truth with all sincerity. Start off this quick lesson with the book of Jeremiah in chapter 28 and verse 8, because we still gonna put up a parable against the wicked. We still shaking the hand of the nobles. And because of what? Because of these three main things that this devil is putting out through the planet Earth, that's the title of this lesson, which is war, disaster, and disease. So I'm going to start off with Jeremiah 28 and 8 in the NLT. It reads, "The ancient prophets who preceded you and me spoke against many nations, always warning of war, disaster, and disease." And that's the promoter of the wicked. That's what he promotes: war, disaster, and disease, because he's the cancer of the earth. He has to be removed out the way before the kingdom of heaven can be established, which is the wicked Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white man. Okay, I'll get verse 9 as well. It says, "So a prophet who predicts peace must show he is right. Only when his prediction comes true, only when his predictions come true, can we know that he is really from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai." Yeah, hey. The men of the Lord are predicting the Jacob's trouble. Okay, we predicting that you got some false prophets out there that's saying it won't be a Jacob's trouble, but all these things must come to pass before the wicked will be removed out of his rulership. Because these are the attributes of this devil: war, disaster, and disease. And we'll get that in Psalms 55. This is the book of Psalms, Psalms 55 and 21. "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were swords drawn." And this has always been this man M.O. This has always been his attributes. When all else fails, he reverts back to his blessing, which was the sword. And this place, ever since it's been established, it has spent majority of its time at war. This place, America. I got a quick article I can show you that right here in Google. It reads, I typed in, "How long has the U.S. not been in war?" I believe that's what I typed in. It reads, "The U.S. has not had a period of 17 years without being at war since its founding in 1776. According to a China military article, since 1776, the U.S. has been involved in numerous conflicts, both declared and undeclared, and has only experienced 17 years of official peace." You see? So all the other hundreds of years been conflict. So he is that man that can't keep it at home. That's who he is. He is that he desireth. His belly is as hell. It can't be filled. Which is in the book of Habakkuk. And that's has been his whole MO, transgressing by wine, by his philosophies, by his false narratives, by setting up treaties and breaking them. being a hypocrite. Habakkuk 2 and 5, it reads, Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You see? And how does he do this? With his tactics. By the sword. A disease, a pestilence, that's a part of his sword as well. His war which brings disaster. Let's get that in the blue letter. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Habakkuk 2 and 5 in the NLT. It says, wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death they are never satisfied. In their greed they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many peoples. Verse 6 reads, But soon their captives will taunt them, and will mock them, saying, What sorrow awaits you, thieves? See, we doing that now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai by calling them out on this bullshit through this gospel, through this book. It says, Now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by exhortation, you see. But how much longer can this go on? And the Lord is not going to continue to let this earth being ran in rich wickedness. Okay, the earth is going to have a righteous rulership. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Scriptures. Yeah, that's this man in mode. That's how we know we at the end, because we in Esau's rulership. And we know we at another token of we know that we towards the end is because the beginning of sorrows, which is in the book of Matthew, chapter 24. Okay, I'll start at verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See, this was always this man M.O. War, disaster. Let's get that. Let's see what's going on in the latest news. Let's see. Israel, Iran. It says live updates. Israel and Iran broaden attacks in fourth day of conflict. Live update. Israel strikes state TV after telling people to evacuate part of. That's 1 hour ago. Let's see. Videos show the headquarters of the Iranian state broadcaster burning under a thick column of black smoke on the fourth day of back and forth attacks. You see, so this is all according to prophecy, because according to the scriptures, the least of them shall draw them out. So this is, everything's going according to prophecy. Let me see, go back. Yeah, everything's going according to prophecy. Iraqi militaria largely rely on rhetoric in response to Israel-Iran conflict for now. The war continues all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. go back to Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. You see, pestilence. These are the beginning of sorrows. So yeah, hey, we in the beginning of sorrows. It is yet more sorrows to come. Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, and the thermonuclear destruction. But we looking forward to seeing the fall of our enemies. That's why we stay in the secret places of the Most High, which is this understanding, which is this playbook, the Bible, these scriptures. Because this man has to go. Let me see. Because that's been his whole MO since the jump, since the beginning. He been ready to go to at war, ready to kill. And Esau hated Jacob because the blessing. This is Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. You see. So the Lord set up that perpetual hatred. See, he always run back to the sword, revert to the sword. But we look forward to the downfall of our enemies. And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, most of you, 2/3 of y'all don't believe that you got an enemy. Ecclesiasticus 25:7 says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my mind, in my heart, to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So that's what we're looking forward to, living to see. The destruction of America, Lord willing. And the downfall of our enemies. And that's why we constantly fear the Lord, because it says the angels encampeth around those that fear the Lord. And that's why we dwelling in the secret places of the Most High. Psalms 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. In him I will trust. Verse 3, this is the point. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and the noisome pestilence. What's that noisome pestilence? Them ICBM missiles. So we looking to be delivered by them chariots from that noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. He shall be thy shield and thy buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror that fly by night, nor the arrow that fly by day. What is that arrow? What does the scriptures refer to the arrow as? Those missiles. That's what's gonna. You live by war. This place was established by war, and it's gonna go out by war. So that's that arrow that flieth by day. Nor, verse 6, nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. So yeah, that's what we look forward to. It's a lot of meat in this verse. Okay, I'll go to 8. It says 8,000, verse 7. 8,000 shall fall by thy side, and 10,000 by thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold to see the reward of the wicked. And that's what we looking forward to seeing, to behold the reward of the wicked. Just like in Ecclesiasticus 25:7, seeing the fall of our enemy. That's what we look forward to, because he's the promoter of war, disaster, and disease that we prophesy against. I'll get one more precept and close out. But that was it, yeah. Against war, disaster, and disease. You know, what's one of the diseases we was recently dealing with? C-19, that pandemic. And we got war going on right now. Whether it be spiritual or physical war going on the other side of the earth, towards the east. War and disaster. But hey, at some point, there will be war no more. That's why the righteous will the saints of the Most High will take the kingdom, and there will be war no more, according to Isaiah 2:4. It says, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And that's what the righteous ruling. That's what the saints ruling. Who are the saints? The Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect of the nation of Israel. So that was it. Let me see. It's some more meat in that. But that's the point, though. All nations go, hey, when the righteous in rulership, all nations gonna run to us to try to learn our ways. Okay? And they gonna give gifts. Okay? But and there will be no war, disaster, or disease unless you other nations doing right. Keeping this, we will be the forerunners of the law. You other nations will have to keep the law. We gonna keep it perfectly, but hey, we gonna teach y'all how to keep the law and serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that was it. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.